Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today's video is going to be about the cost of competing, what you need the day before the show and the day of the show, and little tips and tricks on what has helped me throughout my bikini competing journey. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about what it costs to do a bikini competition, continue watching. But before you do, don't forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Well, without further ado, let's get started. I am going to start off with the cost of competing. Before I even started competing, a lot of people did mention the cost of it. I was aware of the cost, but I wasn't aware of everything that it came with, as far as like every single detail that you need as far as to be a successful bikini competitor or just in general bodybuilding competitor. So first of all, you will need a coach. And the reason I say you will need a coach is because you need somebody to keep you accountable, somebody to help you with your meal plan, with your workouts, somebody that knows and been there. For instance, my coach, they're IFBB pros, Nesha and Mr. So I obviously, my way of seeing things is if you want to become a pro, you go with the pros. If you want to do something, you go with somebody that's already done it and been there, done that. So why not? At the beginning, I didn't have a prep coach, but I did have my best friend, Shelly. He actually really, he prepped people before. So he is aware and knows his stuff as well. So before I got Nesha and Mr., he was the one that was helping me. And actually he was the one that got me into the bodybuilding world. So I am very, very grateful for every single one of them. And I wouldn't be here without them. So I'm super excited to share what I know now. And let's get started, guys. So first of all, like I said, prep coach. A prep coach can go about $200 to and up. It all depends where you're located, how much your prep coach charges. And this is just like the workouts. This is not including a posing coach. If obviously they do posing, then that's different, but that may be including a little bit more money. You also need a gym membership, not only a gym membership as far as with them, but I'm saying like a in shape, like a crunch or things like that, because you need somewhere where you need to do your cardio. If your prep coach is an online person, obviously you can't do cardio online. You're going to need a gym. So it all depends. So that's another gym, which is probably around like 10 to 50 bucks around there, depending on which gym you choose. You also need a bikini suit. OMG. When I tell you that I was shocked at how much this thing was, I was like, wow. Of course, they're beautiful and they are lovely. And where is mine? Let me grab it. So if you can get your show sponsored, that will be great. If not, you are looking at around 500 and up. You could do your own bikini. You can do whatever you want. This is just obviously what I've experienced, but look how beautiful this is. They're obviously Swarovski crystals, so they are expensive. And the reason I know that is because I do nails. So Swarovski crystals are super expensive. And that's why I know that the value of the bikini is obviously worth it, because they're full of Swarovski crystals. You could use one that has rhinestones, but of course that's going to be a little bit on the cheaper side, but you can tell. So it's all however you want it. You can design it yourself. You can do whatever you want. It's totally up to you. So you're just looking around like 500 and up, or 350 and up. I'm sorry. For the heels, you will need some clear heels. I got mine from Amazon, and it's called, the brand is, I'll put everything in the description below, but they're pretty much clear heels, and they have to be clear from everywhere. These are pretty good heels. There's platform ones. There's some that don't have the straps. It's totally optional what you want to go for, what look you want to go with, and things. And so you're looking around like $40. Posing, I already went over that. Gym supplements you're gonna need, it's like around $100. Supplements, I'm talking about like BCAAs, vitamins, protein, everything, because your immune system is gonna be super, like, you're gonna be going on prep. Prep is like, it's harsh on your body, so you want to keep your immune system high. You want to make sure everything is very like you're on track with your nutrition and your health. So whatever you obviously already take, I spend around like $100 a month with vitamins and things like that. Um, Also, groceries, that's around like $75 to $100 a week, depending on where you shop and what you shop for. Again, this is just my personal estimate. Um, Everybody is different, of course, but you do have to be mindful of the fact that you have to grocery shop every week because you're prepping constantly. Every 3 days, you're prepping, meal prepping. Now, as far as like jewelry for your for your show, like so, you guys do not have to spend a lot of money on this. I literally got these on Amazon for maybe like less than $40, like total, like all of this. And they're super cute. They're really shiny. Um, they don't really care for any necklaces. You're better off just bracelets, one on each hand, and then some earrings and some rings if you want. No necklaces because they don't want anything catching that attention. Now, as far as press on nails, or you want nails, they're all range around like $45 and above. Of course, if you are interested in some press on nails by me, definitely let me know and I will be gladly I would gladly do them for you guys and ship them out. What's beneficial about press on nails is that you can reuse them. So let's say these are going to be your show nails, for example, red nails. You're just going to use them once and then pop them off, and carefully, of course, and then reuse them for your next show. So it's a lot. It saves you money, and then obviously it comes with a glue kit. Then also a practice bikini. A lot of times you need that just because you want to see how you're going to be showing. Pretty much you're practicing your, let's say you're posing. You want to meet in a bikini because obviously that's what you're going to be posing on. So you want to see everything as far as how you're going to present that day. You will need a waist trainer. I don't know if this is recommended, but it does help a lot, like keeping your posture, making sure your waist is like an X because that's what they're looking for, an X frame. You can get one for like $40 or more. I know mine was like $95, but what mine does is like you put it inside the freezer for about like 20 minutes and then you put it on and it it's like kind of like cool sculpting. I'll put everything in the description below. I got it from my beautiful friend Cecilia. She actually got those for me, and yes, if you guys are interested, let me know. You will also need a waistband, and that's pretty much like when you work out, you want to make sure you're sweating. If you want to focus on a targeted area, which is your core, things like that, you can get one for like $30 or less, $5 at Marshall's, whatever your preference is. Booty bands, anything like that. Just because when you are on backstage, you're going to need those pump bands, the waist resistant bands, anything like that, you will need backstage. So those are around like $20, or also, like I said, at Marshall's they're like $5, but if you add all of them, they're around like $40 total. Also, something that you will need to register for every year if you are competing every year is an NPC card. NPC card is pretty much you're joining the community of bodybuilding, and that ranges about $125 a year, and every year you have to renew it. So yes, I did not know that. But if you are into the sport and you love it, it's just like any other sport. You're gonna do it because you need to. And obviously, we have to in order for us to compete. When you compete and when you register for a competition, you will need to pay for each class individually, which is first time bikini competitor, first time real bikini competitor, your class A, B, C, or D, whatever your height is, that's another class. Each class is like around 115 to 120 per class. That's over here in California. I don't know where, if it's different depending on like the show that you're doing or whatever, but that's what I paid before. So also, like if you want to do open, things like that. So you just got to be mindful of how many classes you are going to do. And let's see. Oh, for instance, also the day of the show, you are going to be, you couldn't do this yourself, like your makeup and your hair. But if you want somebody professional to do it, you're looking around $300, like 150 each piece. Yes, they're beautiful and they know what to do. They glam you up. You can also do it yourself, but again, you have to make sure that you're more glammed up than normal just because you're going to be on stage and you're going to be super dark. Right now, I'm still kind of dark because my tan is fading away. My show was a week ago, so you guys have to be really mindful of the fact that you guys have to match your face and your body. Not completely, obviously, but you guys have to look really good because everything matters, not just your body. You have to look presentable as well. Your hair, your makeup, everything. It's a whole look, not just one thing. And also your tan. Speaking of tan, you are looking around like 110 to 150 per tan, depending on who you go with. There's always the show tan, or there's people that are doing it outside of that. So it just depends. If you're traveling for a competition, that is a whole lot more money. You guys are going to consider renting a car, the plane, the ticket, the stay, everything, everything. It's like you're looking at like 500 and above extra aside of everything else. So definitely consider all of this when you are competing, guys. It is not cheap. That's why when I tell people, if you're going to do a bikini competition, I recommend everybody to do it because you gain so much. Not only will you get to know your body, your health, you love your body a lot more. You know your body. And I say love your body a lot more because you treat it as such um, a masterpiece as far as you see all these changes. You just like value it. Like you just like, I don't know if I'm making any sense as far as like when I started working out, I obviously did it for my health, but and how because I wanted to look good. But when you do a bodybuilding competition, you just see every single thing and you just appreciate your body because you're so disciplined. You gain so much discipline. It's so insane. And you're just like, wow, wow. I can't believe I like my mind is just like so powerful that I am not eating that cookie, for instance. Or you're just like, I don't need to eat this anymore. Like I'm treating my body good. My body looks good. I love it. I love how I feel and everything. You're willing to do so much and then you learn and gain so much when you do a bodybuilding competition. It's just so amazing. And either you want to be a pro or you don't, and that's okay. I want to be a pro and I know I will. So that's my goal. Your goal doesn't have to be the same. Your goal can just be doing a competition. Everybody's goal is different. So just be mindful of that. But when you do it, just please, all I ask for is for you to do it wholeheartedly. Because again, it is expensive, but it is a fun sport. So you will enjoy the whole process. And like I said, it's you make sure you have time, money, and you have pretty much balanced lifestyle because it does take up a lot of your time. So you just consider everything, guys. And as far as that was the cost. So you're looking around like $2,000, $3,000 per, show or just a whole prep. Just again, depends on everything that you use. If you're very like a high-end top-notch person, then that's a little bit more. So just be mindful of everything. That's all I can say. Let's get started for the date of the show. So, well, actually, let's do pre-show and then show day. So pre-show day, what I like to do is you're pretty much preparing yourself mentally. You have a rest day. You're not working out anymore. You're prepping everything because the next day will be the show day. What I like to do is, and typically that day is check-in day. So, and you get your first coat of the tan and everything else. So just make sure you have everything ready as far as like your clothes. If you're traveling, you make sure everything is packed. Just everything mentally ready so that you can just relax, go into the show very, very calm and have no worries but to focus on the show. When you are tanned, I do recommend you to buy a onesie because they are so awesome. First of all, you won't need loose clothes because you do not want to mess up your tan. Be very careful with water when you use the restroom, when you're washing your hands, everything, because some tans can stain everything. Do take some black sheets if you are staying at the hotel, because if you stay in the hotel sheets, you will get charged. So this onesie I got from Amazon. I will put in the link down below where I got it from. So freaking awesome. I don't have to worry about messing up anything as far as like the sheets because everything is covered. And it just protects me so well. And of course, I use that when I go to sleep. I'm not going to be working. Well, I mean, you could walk around with the onesie if you wanted to. Also, for the day of the competition, you will need like you can use a robe, or you can use like one of these t-shirts that our team SMSB gave us. This is pretty much an oversized t-shirt, and we use it when we have our bikini. And because you wearing your bikini, you don't want to be walking around just in a bikini. I mean, you could, but it's better just to have, protect your tan, of course. And that's why a robe is actually really helpful, or one of these. So you will need a lot of things for the day of the show. What I like to use, as far as I learned my lesson the first show I did, because I was carrying no handbag. It was like my gym bag. I hate carrying things on my hands. So what I learned is and I started to observe everybody else. I got myself one of these. It's a rolling little backpack, and it has handle. Then I figured, oh my God, I have too many things. So I noticed that a lot of girls, what they do is just rest their legs the day of the show. So I needed a blanket. So I got a blanket. So obviously that's a lot more stuff. So I got a bigger one, which is about like maybe double the size, which is still kind of small. But anything that has rolling backpacks is freaking amazing. And also, besides that, I do have a lunch bag, which I don't have on me right now, but it's pretty much an insulated bag where I put everything in there. And now I'm going to show you guys pretty much what I use as far as in what I put inside my bag. So you will be tanned, of course, but I would recommend you guys to buy a DIY kit from Pro Tan. I will put everything in the description below. Reason why is because this comes with everything you need in case of an accident. My second show, what happened was where I was drinking water, my whole water went down my tan. I wanted to cry. Because I still hadn't gone up in the show, and I was like, what the crackers. So thankfully, my lovely friend Kristen that I met that day, she was like, oh, it's okay, I got you, girl, I got you. And she saved my ass because she had one of these. I'm the type of person that when I see something so cool and smart and such a great idea, I grab it. I'm like, okay, definitely getting one of those next time. So I bought the whole kit, and I always carry it because there's always a time where we can always mess up our tan. So be mindful of that. And it comes with pretty much a bikini bite, which is glue for your bikini. And it comes with your prep, because you do have to prep your skin the day before, the week of, and just like prior to tanning, which is you have to shave your whole body and make sure you scrub so that your tan is fully nicely, So this tan kit is so awesome, and it's a lifesaver. And I think it was about like $100 or so. And another thing you do need is a scale. This is a really good portable scale that I love. I got it on Amazon as well. I will put everything in the description below. Reason I have this is because you will need to, let me grab this, measure your food. And this is pretty much a thermal. What I do is warm up my food, measure it ahead of time, or just throw everything in there and then measure afterwards. I put food in here in tinfoil. I warm it up so hot so that where I put it in here in tinfoil, everything keeps it a little bit warm. So when I eat it, it's fine. It's not super cold, and it's not super hot. So at least it's not super cold, or I'm not eating cold food. That's another tip. You should have some headphones because you want to be in the zone. You just want to be solely focused, and you're just trying to focus. You don't want to be distracted. You just want to be peaceful. When you walk in the stage, you're freaking killing it. And then another thing that you will need for your bag, it's good to carry a sewing kit for any emergencies for your suit or anything else. And of course, you're going to be tanned. So what I recommend is this little thing. This thing is like, I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty much, and it's not in here. I don't know where it's at, but it's pretty much looks like this, and it has like a little funnel. So you pretty much pee in the toilet without having to sit on the toilet, because you can stain the toilet seat, and that is not good. So if you don't buy one of those, which I'll put everything in the description below, you can also use a Dixie cup. What you can do with a Dixie cup is cut a circle and pee into the toilet. I find that very hard, especially because I'm scared that it's gonna splash on me. What I do is pee in here and then toss it in the toilet carefully, of course. Totally optional, whatever you're more comfortable with. As far as snacks and sugar rush and things like that, I like to get, you will need also a shaker cup, because for any emergencies, protein shake, anything like that, I like to carry it just in case. What I carry is a pre-workout. The one I use is the Evo Gen watermelon one, but of course I put it in this little stackable thing because I don't want to carry this whole thing. And that's pretty much just like a sugar rush, and just makes everything pop, like your veins and everything is so crazy, because you obviously need all of that sugar. You can either have like a little bottle of wine. I'm using this as an example. This is champagne. I wouldn't do champagne, but all the sugar in the wine is like, it just makes your veins like, you get a sugar rush. And of course, if you have to consult this with your trainer, or you don't do this because I did this, just again, consult it with your prep coach. And also a bottle of water. That day we're only able to drink a 16-ounce water bottle. So, and that's not even drinking, that's sipping on water, because obviously we're depleted and we're dry, so we don't want no kind of water retention. And for post show, or like, if you're super dehydrated and you need it, Gatorade, we're just sipping on all of this, we're not drinking it. You will need your strawberry jam for sugar rush, and a lot of candy. I had watermelon patches and sour patches, and these are the extra ones that I have for my show. I haven't eaten them, but I did eat a lot that day. You could also have, depending on what your coach has you get, you could either have candy or Pop-Tarts. My favorite Pop-Tarts are the Fruit Loops one, the chocolate chip cookie dough, and then Oreo ones. And also some electrolytes. Sometimes they give you guys some electrolytes in the little goodie bags. If not, you can get whatever you want, BCAA's electrolytes, for afterwards, because you will be dehydrated. So it's good to keep these in your bag. They're little packets. That's why it's good to carry. I just always carry things for what if. And applesauce. You could either use these pouches that you just twist and then, sip on from there, or this, and get a spoon and grab it from there. And what the applesauce does is it helps with the jitters before you go on stage. So that's kind of like a little tip and trick as well. And then some rice cakes, because you will be eating rice cakes for carving up prior to you going on stage. And that's what the jam is for. Or peanut butter, whatever your coach tells you to have, of course. This is just what I have been told. And this is another Fruit Loop Pop-Tart. What I like to do is but have like my favorite stuff as far as like chocolate or candy that I want to eat post-show, donuts, whatever it is. I made cookies and brownies the last show, and the cookies were so good. We also had Bad Baker's donuts, so delicious. Oh Lord, I had a sugar crash the next day and the next day. It was bad. But I like to carry protein bars, like these Pure Proteins. They're pretty much chocolate based, and peanut butter and chocolate are my favorite. So I try not to go so crazy as far as like, unhealthy stuff, just because it will destroy my stomach, especially not eating anything. But other than that, guys, I think I have mentioned everything that I have. If you guys are, interested in anything else as far as like competing and knowing more about bikini competitions, don't forget to comment below. I am open for input. Again, this is not what you need. This is what I was I'm learning and I was told, and how little things that I've been experienced, you know. So definitely don't take this as this is the way to do things. I'm just speaking from my experience, and I really enjoyed recording this video, guys, for you guys. I'm so happy that you guys are going through this with me as far as like my journey and everything. And yeah, guys, this video is going to be translated in Spanish for you Spanish speakers. And if you guys would like to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe this video, share it with anybody that's interested in competing, and remember to subscribe if you are not subscribed to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you all so much for watching. Bye.